I survived 200 days while Creative Mode Juggernaut tried to kill me. This video was absolutely insane to record, so subscribe, because there are a ton of insane moments. So for day 101, I went through the end portal and tried finding a place to hide, because my friend was literally right behind me. Since I already had everything I needed from surviving 100 days, I stopped running and stood there to see how much damage he actually did. Once I saw how much damage he dealt, it actually wasn't that bad. I could finally explore without having to worry about dying in 2 hits. My main goal was to make a raid farm. This would basically make me unkillable. So I searched for an outpost, and once I found one, I immediately started building the farm. Something seemed off though when I was trying to build this farm. I looked around to see if my friend was planning something, and everything seemed fine until TNT came raining down on me. Okay, this was bad. I needed to run out of there as quickly as possible. The TNT kept on raining down on me, and I actually ended up getting really low. But luckily for me, I had ender pearls. We were literally on day 101. I had no idea how I was going to manage the next 99 days. For days 102 through 110, I made a redstone door. I've never used too much redstone before, so this was actually really hard to do. Once I finally got it done, I sat there for a while, admiring what I had just accomplished. Until my friend decided to blow it all up. I mean, he could have at least told me he was going to destroy all of my hard work. I can't believe my friend was resorting to explosives. I literally had to get out of there as fast as possible. Day 120 was one of the scariest days ever. Since my friend was in creative mode, he could use commands to teleport me as high as he wanted. So, that's exactly what he did. Now, you might be thinking that I'm in danger here, and yeah, you're kind of right. I was literally thousands of blocks in the air. I really didn't have to worry though, because I had a water bucket to save myself. Once my friend knew that this would be pointless, he flew away to think of something else. Wow, this was surprising. I was actually surviving for quite a while. I was surprised by how much I survived that I actually decided to celebrate on day 130. I didn't want to get too ahead of myself here, because my friend could have came out of nowhere to try and kill me. So that's why I made a ton of fireworks. Watching those fireworks fly into the sky and pop was so satisfying. You will literally not believe me when I say this, but as soon as I was done celebrating, my friend conveniently appeared right in front of me. I had a couple of rockets left over, so I shot some at him, and yeah, okay, they did absolutely nothing. He pulled out his sword, and for the first time ever, it did some damage. It didn't take me long to realize that he enchanted his weapons with illegal enchantments. Illegal enchantments could probably kill me, so I ran to try to lose my friend. Once I lost my friend, I saw some of the illegal items just laying around for some reason. I picked them up and noticed that there were also some command blocks. This gave me an amazing idea. I placed the block down and set my friend's spawn point. Then, I changed my friend's game mode and teleported him to me. I used my illegal weapons to basically put my friend through an endless cycle of respawn. This was all I did for day 140. Every time he respawned, he always tried running away, but it never worked because I was always there, waiting for him. After I did this for a while, he started staying still for some reason. This was kind of confusing until I saw someone else join on day 150. They immediately teleported to me and threatened to kill me if I used another command. They even surrounded me with end crystals. I dropped the command blocks I had left over and ran as far away as possible. I guess torturing someone with an annoying infinite loop really wasn't a good idea. After all of that, I decided to try to live peacefully. This worked until day 155. As I was trying to make a farm, I heard the sound of pistons getting closer and closer. I looked to see where it was, and all I saw was my friend and his partner staring me down. They wouldn't even get off their piston machine. They actually started lighting TNT, but still stayed on their machine. It seemed like they didn't really want to fight me for some reason, so I just continued to finish up my farm. When I say farm, I mean I built a gigantic farm full of carrots, potatoes, wheat, but obviously not beetroots, because how many people actually like beetroots in Minecraft? Once I finished, I decided to follow the explosions from the TNT on day 160. The explosions led into a weird mountain with a redstone door. This really seemed like they were luring me into a trap, but I kind of wanted to see where this would lead, so I had to do it. Once I entered the redstone door, I was greeted by a hallway that led to another door. Once I got to the end of the hallway, I opened the door and saw my friend sitting on a TNT throne. Well, it was kind of hard to tell that it actually was a TNT throne, because the entire room was made of TNT. I made sure I had my water bucket and secret totem ready, and went up to where my friend was sitting. I had to be careful, because his friend was right next to him with a flint and steel, ready to light any TNT at any moment. My friend started walking towards me, and placed a command block right in front of me. He wanted me to give him the illegal items that I stole from him, or he would kill me right there on the spot. Well, this is a 200 days video, and we were finally getting to day 170, so I had no choice but to give him the items. After that was settled, he destroyed the command block and teleported away, and as he teleported away, his friend immediately lit up some TNT and teleported also. I ran straight for the hallway to try and escape, and barely managed to escape. The TNT literally came into the hallway, but luckily for me, I had a water bucket and totem to protect me. I went back to my farm and thought of an idea. If I could get them to drop their command block, I could set both of their game modes to survival and win this challenge. I told my friend and his partner to meet up at my farm on day 180, and as soon as I said that, they both immediately teleported to me. All I really wanted them for was to ask a question. How do I use a command block? And this was where they both messed up. You see, My friend's partner is his 10-year-old cousin. Ooh, exposition, I like it. And his 10-year-old cousin is kinda a nice guy. So, he gave me his one and only command block to show me how to use it. After that, he spent an entire 9 days showing me the basics of command blocks. Wow, that was the easiest plan ever. But as soon as everything was going to plan, my friend immediately pulled out an illegal knockback sword and launched me across the world. This seemed like the last straw, because my friend was flying directly towards me with end crystal. As I was running, the sun was rising to begin day 190. This was it, the final 10 days. I was trying my best to run as far away as possible. I was running and running until I ran out of hunger. There's no point in trying to run away anymore. My friend had finally got me. He surrounded me with end crystals, and right as he was about to hit one, I got teleported into a secret bunker where my friend's cousin was waiting for me. He gave me an elytra and a ton of totems and golden apples. Before I did anything else, I placed a command block down to give me backup command block, and once my friend's cousin saw this, he immediately turned on me. For a second there, I thought he was actually gonna let me win. I placed another block down and teleported thousands of blocks away. I made a fighting platform for day 195. This was going to be it, the final showdown between two creative mode juggernauts. I made sure I had the command blocks prepared for when I needed to end them once and for all. I told the juggernauts to meet up with me on the giant platform in survival mode. Once they eventually teleported up to me, they did a really cool slow turn to face me. Wow. Now that was insane, but they were going to die, so that feeling wouldn't last long. I immediately went after them, and they really didn't hit me that much. Everything seemed to be going fine until I saw them give themselves end crystals. They immediately started going after me. I ran up to my command blocks and turned around to see if they were still chasing me. Once they saw that I had the command blocks ready, they just stopped. It seemed as if they knew they were going to lose. I used the first command block and boom! My friend's cousin was gone. As I was about to use the second command block, I noticed my friend wasn't there anymore. I looked behind and he wasn't there either. Once I turned back around, he was standing on top of the command block. He punched me off the edge, but as I was falling, I used the command block at the last second and annihilated him. I can't believe I did it. I actually won. And I did it while the sun was rising for day 200. This was an amazing journey, and I can't believe I actually managed to survive 200 days. I knew I was probably gonna die here, so I looked up and accepted my fate. Just kidding! I used one of my many totems I had and survived. You didn't really think I was going to let myself die here for a cinematic scene, right?